Hey everybody, it's Sabrina Henny. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I hope you're having an amazing day. And so anyway, yes, I'm wearing a gorgeous red dress. It's lacy and really cute. So anyway, last night I went to the movies and I saw Wurthering Heights, which derives from Emily Bronte's Wurthering Heights. And so what I got out of it, definitely, it is an extremely romantic movie. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, oh, you gotta. So anyway, what I got out of it, though, was, and of course I'm going to read the book again, and you know, I always go to the late night movies. If I ever go to the movies, I go to the late night one, and some guys are like, I can't stay up past 8 p.m. I'm like, okay, well, you stay gone, thank you. If they can't stay up all night with me, they don't pass a test, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, so what I got out of this movie, right? And it was a little bit intensive. I mean, it was intensive. But what I got out of it was this guy Heathcliff, right? Heathcliff? He was in love with this girl he grew up with, right? And so she was like infatuated with this. She loved him totally. She loved him because they grew up together, right? And then she started having like attractions to this wealthy guy that was 5 miles away. And she came up with this conclusion as she hurt her ankle or something like that. And he nursed her back to health for 6 weeks. She stayed with him until she got better. Well, by that time, Heathcliff kind of got jealous. They weren't dating at the time, but they just grew up together and they loved each other. They never really dated or anything. And so when she came back, he left. He left for 5 years. And guess where he went? She thought he just totally left and never wanted to see her again. But the thing is, he really left because he wanted to be successful for her so that he could marry her and provide for her. And so she ended up getting married to the guy that she had an attraction to, but she loved Heathcliff, right? That she grew up with. And it was really hard to marry this extremely wealthy man because her heart wasn't really there, right? And so she grew accustomed to the lifestyle in which this man provided, right? And then she goes back to her old town in Wurthering Heights, right? And she realized she no longer belonged there. And she really became accustomed to the lifestyle. And then here comes Heathcliff 5 years later. He comes in all looking so debonair and proper. He marches in with a cane and a top hat and all this stuff. And she goes, "Where have you been? Where did you?" And she got all, she was asking where he was, and she said she ended up marrying this guy because he never came back, and she didn't know what to do, and she tried to postpone the wedding until she knew. Well, there was a jealous person involved that didn't give her the message, and he didn't get the message. You know how that goes. And so anyway, so what made Heathcliff go from extremely poor to at least able to say, hey, maybe he didn't make as much money as the man she was married to, but he definitely made an improvement. His long hair no longer existed. Before he left, he looked rough around the edges, okay? He probably needed to bathe, that sort of thing. But when he came back, he was classy. He was well dressed. He had on a bow tie. And he walked with a cane. Very classy. So what made him change? Excuse me. What made him go from poor to being wealthy? Or at least maybe not extremely wealthy, but at least in the successful range where it would satisfy this lady. Well, and then she realized she didn't really care about all that. She just loved him. And the thing is, before he left, this other girl did not tell her, or the girl did not tell him, that she didn't care if he had money or not. She loved him. So she would have stayed anyway, but he didn't know it because the message did not get to him. Now, I don't want to tell you the whole story, but I thought about it. What made him transition? His why was greater than his excuses. His why was greater than his excuses. And what was his why? He loved this girl more than anything. And so he was willing to give her the best lifestyle ever. And so he made it happen. He had to leave for 5 years in order to do so. But he made it happen. He made it happen. So, what is your why today? What is your why? So, I encourage everybody to read this book. I never really thought of it as a self-motivational book. It's a classic English lit book. And people that say, I didn't know that came from a book. Nah. But anyway, I encourage everyone to read it. It is a book that was written in 1801. Or at least takes place in 1801, and it's a good read, but I dissected it a little bit, and it is a self-motivating book. You just don't realize it, and so I really recommend it to everyone. It's great to actually read into English literature because history does repeat itself. Now, did this movie have a lot of modern day appeal? Maybe not the Victorian era, more or less. It had a lot of, it definitely had a lot of steamy scenes in it. But first of all, I really encourage everyone to read the book first and then go see the movie, okay? So the message for today is, Who is motivating your why today? Who is your motivation? Who is your motivation?